34 on page 618. And this is what it says. Now, before we begin this problem, I want to take a quick time out and I want to remind you of a few things. Recall that for an ellipse, the center is here, and then somewhere off at a distance we have a focus, and then we have here what we call a vertex, and there's another focus and another vertex there as well, but I'll just focus on half of it. Now, remember that from your center to a focus, that length is C, okay? And then from your center out to a vertex, that length is A. And also from here to there, that's B. And there is a relationship that holds true. A squared minus B squared equals C squared. Now all this holds true for the ellipse. And it doesn't matter if it looks like this or like this, okay? So I'll come back to that in a moment. Let's come back to our problem. Now, first things first, turn that into a 1. So divide everything by 5. Okay, so now that I have a 1, I can break some of these things down. I know that that's E, so I have E equals 3 over 5. And again, it doesn't matter if that's positive or negative. E is always positive. There it is. Okay. Now, just a quick observation. Since E is 3/5, I know that we are dealing with an ellipse. Okay, we're dealing with an ellipse. And another reminder that I should have put on this paper back here, another FYI, eccentricity equals C over A. So that's another FYI. And this one works for the ellipse and the hyperbola. Okay, works for both of them. So let me go back over here. So since E equals 3 over 5, but E also equals C over A, you know what that basically means? That's C and that's A, okay? That's your C and that's your A. So let's add that to the list. So C is 3 and A is 5. And then to find B, can we go here real fast? Let's go here to find B. So I have A squared minus B squared equals C squared. So A squared minus B squared equals C squared. So you do the math, you're gonna get B is 4, okay? You're gonna get that B is 4. But you know what I'd like to do as well? If it's okay with you, I wanna find K, all right? I wanna find K real fast. So let me add K to my list here. Okay, so remember, to find K, that numerator is KE. Remember that from the previous video? So we know that KE is 16 over 5, but we know what E is, 3/5. Something like this here. Okay, so I can multiply both sides by the reciprocal, 5/3, these are gone. So K equals 16 over 3, which FYI, it's about 5.33, right? And so on and so forth. So we have E, A, B, C, and K, little shopping list there. Now, what good do these numbers do for us? They help us to make a graph. So let's focus the rest of this video on making the graph. So let me go something like this, okay? For this whole section, you know that at the origin, at the pole, you have a focus, okay? That's a focus. So now, maybe what we can also do is we can graph the directrix. Let's start to graph everything. Now the directrix, is it X or is it Y? Recall from the previous video that if it's cosine, you have X. And if it's positive, it's positive. And then the directrix is basically just K, which is 5.3333. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a third, So here's my directrix. Now over here, if I wanted to, back on this one, my directrix would have been right there and right there. So this one here, it's basically this wall there, okay? Now, how do I use A, B, C, and D? Well, remember that if you have a focus, your center is gonna be C spaces away. So here's my focus, and my C value was 3. So I have to go 1, 2, 3 spaces this way. And that's gonna be the center. Now, I move to the left and not to the right because this is the directrix, and this is my focus. And what's between my directrix and my focus? My vertex. It's somewhere in there. But how do I find the vertex? Well, notice that from the center to the vertex, you have A spaces. So go to your center. And then what's A? A is 5. So go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's a vertex. And then just use symmetry. Take these and flip them over on this side to find the rest of your points. So that's 1, 2, 3 spaces. So 1, 2, 3 spaces. There's the other focus. And then 2 spaces, 2 spaces. There's your other vertex. And what was B? B was 4. So go to your center. Go up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there is a pretty good sketch of your ellipse. Of course, you'll probably be given graph paper, so it would look prettier. But you have the exact location, right? We have the exact location of all of the pieces, okay? There you are.